Dan Ferrisi, Editor-in-Chief with Commercial Integrator, here at the HDBaseT booth at InfoComm 2022, W1337, my home here at the show. Really happy to be joined by Ariel Marcus, who is CTO of MSolutions. Thank you so much, Ariel, for joining me. It's a pleasure to see you and to chat with you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me here.
So the first thing I want to ask you about is just kind of your top-level assessment of InfoComm 2022 so far. It's only the second day, so we still have pretty much half the show to go. But I feel like we've gotten enough perspective now, and I certainly respect your perspective as a vendor here. How do you feel like it's been? What conversations have you been having?
I think that the venue now, that the trade show now is quite focused on AV. So it means that the people that are coming and asking questions are more focused on really understanding the product rather than, traveling around, chatting a little bit and so on. So the show is very focused in terms of visitors.
I agree. I think that's quite true. I want to get into technologies as well. I mean, MSolutions is recognized as a leader. I know you're a close partner with HDBaseT. Let's talk about that tester you have there and the unique value proposition, what it does, why our audience should know about it.
Okay, so the tester is actually the HDBaseT tester. We introduced it a few years ago and it's running very well. It's testing HDBaseT Spec 1.0, Spec 2.0, and we also have the Spec 3.0. In addition, we added a lot of peripheral modules because this is a modular tester. We added a lot of peripheral modules for the testing that will cover the HDBaseT installation end-to-end. Means we know how to test HDMI cables on the physical layer in order to see that those cables will be able to carry an 8K signal. In addition, we know how to check the quality of the category cable, again, to understand if it can carry the signal of the HDBaseT in the best way without attenuation on the lines. So we're covering the HDBaseT with HDMI and with the quality of the cables. And now we have a brand new member into the team of the MS Test Pro. We're coming out with a USB-C, ability to test the USB-C cable in order to understand the quality of the cable, in order to understand the feature lists that are supported by the cable, and to understand the power consumption of USB-C devices. We're seeing a lot of installation today with the touchscreens that we are actually extending HDMI and USB over the lines, and we really don't know how much, what is the consumption, the power consumption coming from the USB device, and if the receiver side, for example, will be able to carry and provide this power supply. So we're adding a new feature, the ability to understand the feature list supported by the USB-C cable, if it's a charger, if it's a powering unit, if it's a USB 2.0, 3.0, Gen 1, Gen 2, if it is for video or just for data. And in addition, we will be able to measure power consumed by the devices and provide the user this information. This will create a solution mainly for video conferencing room. When we have a lot of displays and we have cameras that are actually powering by USB-C. So this is our word for the InfoComm show, what we are providing new this year.
Can you tell me a little bit about the feedback you have gotten in the first day and a half at the show? As people have seen this, as people have understood the incredible value that you've just explained, the incredible technology that's built into that, what have people been telling you? What have people been saying this is going to be able to do for them?
I can tell you that the feedback is excellent. People are saying, listen, up until today, we didn't know how to check USB-C. We don't know how to analyze those. In addition, the way that we are treating the HDMI in order to analyze the quality of HDMI cables, again, the feedback is amazing. The feedback is telling us this, and we've checked with different generators. We checked with different generator HDMI cables in a loop test, and we passed those tests. But when we installed it, we saw video drops. Now, When we tested the cable with your HDMI tester, we saw the difference. We saw that those cables cannot carry a 4K resolution, and it's explained itself. The USB-C will be exactly the same. It will provide user the ability to analyze failures that they are seeing. I can tell you that from my experience of more than 12 years with HDBaseT, most of the failures that I'm seeing today are not related to HDBaseT. When we have a lot of error rate on the video transmission coming through the HDMI and it is injected to the HDBaseT, it will fail the HDBaseT. Installers and integrators normally will say, listen, HDBaseT is the problem here, but HDBaseT is not the problem. And without those gears for testing HDBaseT, HDMI, DC resistance, and USB-C, you will not be able to detect the failure point of your system. You will always think that the problem is HDBaseT or something like that, but HDBaseT is definitely not the problem, and we can prove that.
Thank you for that clarification, that edification, really kind of informing our audience. So thank you so much. I appreciate you for doing that. And I appreciate you for being here. It's been a wonderful conversation. Ariel Marcus, CTO of MSolutions. Thank you so much. My name is Dan Ferrisi, Editor-in-Chief of Commercial Integrator, here at the HDBaseT booth, W1337 at InfoComm. Again, Ariel, thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me.